we don't very much either.
That was the end of last weekend in June or the weekend before that?
Well, I was watching them and that went to me, and then also I heard a loud noise. It's just blue smoke, just billowing. And it's parked in front of his house ever since. And then we finally got another one. And it was long grass this fall. I think he mowed it up. Yeah, he blew it up with it. This one too? Yeah, because like, all of a sudden it was a lot of bang, and it would sputter and would shut off, and then you can't get it started. You can't treat your lawn right.
You can't treat them like a real machine. Mr. Ted, how are you? What's up? Did you go fishing this morning? I went like 5 or 6.
It was a nice day, the sun wasn't out so much.
So you didn't get any fish?
50, 70 not very much. One they were clean about this one.
You didn't get much fish?
But that's,
We've been going to the river, ain't catching nothing.
this was up on the Cedar.
Oh, we can see it.
Cedar Falls, or I don't think we're in Waterloo yet. I don't know what it is.
I used to go natural fish up there. Little dam up there.
Nashua? Yeah.
I ain't been up that way. We've been going to rivers. Not the turtles.
I haven't fished out. It just, water temperature was
Oh, it-
70 degrees today up there, and it needs to be 60. Them things will stir up a little bit.
Came in and filled up and wanted to fill out. But they didn't work.
No, but tonight, he's been talking about listening. Yeah, I think he's just, as the caregiver.
I'm sure his brother, he was living for me. Still closer than that.
Well, yeah, he's been talking to us. And she's been working on something for months. Not until this time around. I don't know what the deal is now. But he said either it's like Melissa was at a doctor's or getting released today or something. Just depending on if she'll be around.
Right, they give you paid, you know, they don't.
In here, it's not pretty good. Text message will come in.
Is Ellen home? Where's she at now? Is she in extended care?
Rehab.
Rehab. Is she any better?
It's deeper than
She
just,
gonna be able to come home?
you know,
Who knows?
She'd actually be home for a week and gone again.
Christie is all rented on the weekend in September.
Yeah.
The last one, I think the first Sunday.
Which that will be.
Karen,
Labor Day.
Labor Day and Oaks is
So
done.
in between that is.
There might be some time. Gonna have a party?
The Saturday, there's one Saturday that's taken.
Oh,
by-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Auxiliary.
There's,
Like the
Ninth is
23rd,
open.
the 9th is open, 23rd, 30th, those are Saturdays. The 2nd is open. No, well, she wants to set up the 9th.
Yeah, we won't do it all night.
So that kind of.
The ninth or.
I don't know.
23rd and 30th.
Third and 30.
You can have it added in or you can,
Probably do that.
Then I Saturday, then I could set up for ask you for the next day for the 23rd.
If you need to, I don't know when they're gonna say.
We have to
That is.
So it'd be nice if it was on the 23rd, 'cause then the tables would be up.
Tyler,
Oh, yeah.
thank you. The August 14th, 2023 meeting of Liscomb City Council will now come to order. Roll call. Tyler?
Here.
Ed?
Here.
Esther? Here. Devin? We will open the regular session for the order of business. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as printed? So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote. Tyler?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Esther? Yes. Devin? Agenda has been approved as printed. No sheriff's report. You want to give your report now? Or you want to go?
We got a brand new EMT coming on, he passed his national test. So Ryan will be running as a EMT. I was hoping that Ben would be here. He's also on the fire department, but as with me, when we run calls and fire's on scene, you know, everything that Ryan says will go, and everybody who helps and interacts will be under his license, just the same as they've been underneath my license. So I just want to help kind of reinforce that, just because he's new, we don't want to run him over and, you know, not a crusty old fart like me to boss him around. So he'll be running here as soon as he gets his state ID. As far as things going with the service itself, right now we're in kind of a stalemate with the county and Unity Point and the comm center. Not much to report. We're just trying to work out some details. Availability of Unity Point trucks is one of them. We were called to a head-on collision on Highway 14 in the fall a couple weeks ago, and we managed to finish it for about 35 minutes in the back of our truck. They didn't have a secondary truck available. This seems to become a more and more frequent issue, and so we're working on getting a meeting set up with them to hopefully resolute some downtime, whether it does become provisional transport or being able to call some out-of-county resources to come alleviate that pressure. But like I said, right now we're just kind of in just a lull with that. Everybody's schedules is booked, so nothing to report other than really that for as a truck. If you see Ryan, if you don't know what he looks like, I did post on our Facebook page about that. But if you see him, welcome him. You'll be seeing a lot more of him than me, so.
Great.
Yep, that's good news.
You want to go home?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a minute.
All right. Deputy, would you like to give your report? Thank you, Junior. Come
Okay.
over to the table so we can hear.
All right. You don't think I can yell?
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Okay, so for the month of July in the city of Liscomb, for deputy-initiated activity, we had 20 documented business checks, 40 miscellaneous patrol sessions here for the council meeting, 6 bar checks, 1 case follow-up, 2 park checks, and 1 wanted person check. For calls for service, we had 1 alcohol incident, 1 dog at large, 1 animal welfare check, 1 disturbance, 1 fireworks complaint, 1 medical assist, and 1 theft call.
Are there any questions for the deputy? Any comments? Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
Please review the minutes of the July 10th, 2023 Liscomb City Council meeting.
Junior, I'm just curious, where's Ryan coming from now? Union or?
Ryan lives in the apartments out here.
Yes, out here.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure, I thought he lived at one point. So
Yep, he lives out here in the apartment, so he's gonna be,
he's close.
real close.
Yeah, thank you.
Please review the minutes of the July 10th, 2023 Liscomb City Council meeting. And after you review, if there are any edits, please suggest. And if there are none, the chair will entertain a motion and a second to approve the minutes. made a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Tyler, second. Roll call vote, Tyler? Ted?
Yes.
Esther? Devin. Minutes of the July 10th, 2023 meeting have been approved as printed. Please review the financial report for July. If you have any questions, please ask. And then if there are no questions, the chair will entertain a motion in a second to approve the financial report. Esther made a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Ted, second. Roll call vote, Tyler? Ted?
Yes.
Esther? Devin. Financial report for July has been approved as printed. Please review the bills listed for July. If you have any questions or comments, please ask. And after reviewing, the chair will entertain a motion and a second to approve the bills.
This included the time of the generators, right?
No,
No.
it'll be on this next month's.
Just curious on that.
Yeah, I didn't look at that, just curious, but it was just right after that break.
So we paid some more on the sewer? Paid it down some more?
Yes, that was approved last month,
13,000.
so that's over a year's worth of principal payment.
I made a motion.
Devin made a motion, is there a second to pay the bills?
Second.
Tyler made a second, roll call vote, Tyler?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Esther? Devin. Bills have been approved as printed. We will move into residents' concerns.
Family Burns, 208 Sherman Street. Just wondering about the rock in my alley, still hasn't come through.
What's the plan for that then?
I got it.
You have it, you're done, spec out yet?
It's right now, yes.
Okay.
You said what, Tuesday?
You just got it last week?
Tuesday.
Thank you.
Other residents' concerns?
Was property standard, whatever.
State your name and your address.
Oh, my name is Jim Lozier, and 109 North Street. So I'm here on behalf of the church, and we had a little bit of an issue with the sewer, and Darwin has been involved with that, and we have spent a little bit, well, we spent a fair amount of money, and we were trying to determine where the outlet was for part of the church, and we had a little bit of a so then we did employ Mr. Shoppy and got the thing found and figured out where the route was. And the way I understood it, when the patches were put over the sewer, we were unaware of where that dumped in at. And so once the patch was removed in, everything worked fine. And so we have incurred a $2,100 bill. I am certain that we have done additional work, and I do have copies of this bill if you want it, or would like copies of it. I am certainly not seeking the whole bill because we did additional work while we were digging and searching. We put in some cleanouts and things like that, but we certainly did in the $2,100. I would see from the city compensation of $1,000, which would be just a little bit under half of that. And the materials and things that we put in for clean out would certainly, that were improvements to our situation, to the church's situation, certainly is not yours. But with all due respect, it was working until the patches were put in. So, I would see $1,000, which would be just a little bit, less than half of the bill if you see fit.
Thank you. Any other residents' concerns? All right, we will move on with old business. We'll come back to that resident concern at the end of the meeting. Are there any nuisance updates?
Some weeds came down.
Okay.
They threw them in the vacant property.
Hmm?
They threw them in the vacant property.
Oh, good, you can clean them up.
I did.
Any other nuisance updates? That was kind of you, thank you. Number 2, we tabled this from last meeting, purchase of playground equipment. I see we have some options.
You have some more options. Option number 1 and number 3 were out of, I think, Devin. Did you end up with the sale book too? Okay, those 2 options came straight out of the sale catalog that's available till December 31st.
Where do you find the price?
They're on, it's on this page. There's 2 of these pages. That was just, there you go. Option 2 and 3 are on the same page. And then if you want to see them in color, I have the computer, the laptop that we can bring
Okay,
up.
so option 1 is 18,000.
Basically, yep,
Option 2.
just to get it here. Yep,
What? Oh,
just to get it here is 18.
Oh, and then we have to get it installed.
Right,
An additional
So it's
30 installed in that.
right,
26.
right.
That's pretty standard for all playground equipment.
Then option 2 is 28, 29.
20, yeah, with both of it.
And option 3 is 34, 35.
Right. You can choose the colors that you want. These, if I bring up the color, it's blue and yellow because that's what we had. But there's a bunch of colors in the back of the book that you can change that to.
I don't think we're concerned.
They're all still, well, you still got to pick what color you want. Before you, yeah.
But we need to.
So it's all basically takes the same amount of area as what our current one is, all 3 of them. It's just a little different layouts, you can choose. And one of them, there's a kind of a rock wall type thing to crawl up. If you didn't want that, you could choose something else. There's kind of a slide thing that's got rock things to climb up.
I'm curious, the one over there can only take about 15 foot by 25 foot.
832 square feet is one of them. Huh?
I like option 3, but that's but if you're gonna do it like,
It's got one of those telephone things where you can talk on one side and somebody can hear.
option 3 does?
Yeah. A lot of money.
Is
But it
been a
lasts,
long time.
but they last 25-ish years too, so.
$1,000 a year. That one's gonna be a city or something.
Have we thought about a grant of any type? I think it's Monsanto that has grants that cover community projects. I think Iowa Forge Foundation has grants. I mean, I think we really need
So
to.
is that something though that we need to like say, hey, mention this one,
Well, I
here's
think,
a dollar amount.
Probably.
but I think we need to think about, before we jump into this and say, I mean, I think we need to see if there's some grant money out there that we could.
But I'm saying, like, if you were like, okay, option 3, caveat, we get some sort of,
Yeah, I think, but we need to see first how Monsanto's grant system works to see even if it's a possibility of getting some grant money. I mean, there's lots of grant money out there for things like this. I think
For
we
sure.
need to explore. Yes, we'll have to have a price, but we need to know what's available as far as grant money goes. Who has grant money?
okay, but I'm just asking, is this something that we need to approve with
Choose
the
one
caveat
first.
that, hey, if we get one, this is where we wanna go, so that we can just dial all the way forward, and then if we don't get a, grant, then we come back and see if we need to choose something else.
Well,
That's what I'm asking.
I mean, how much, where's this money going to come?
Well, I was gonna ask that question too.
I'd say lost funds. 'Cause you've got,
It's there.
Or we put enough money on lost funds with the fire department.
yeah, but there's still $60,000 in it.
Well, then you take off 35, you're not gonna have a playground.
But this is
For
a
the
city.
playground. This is the city improvement. Local option sales tax. It's
When
that
does
1% that
When
you
does
get.
it run out?
Never,
Oh, it never does?
until the state takes over and starts taking it away from us, but it's on the books. There's no sunshine or sunset clause. It would just be if the state decides to do something that nobody's gonna like.
So, lost fund there, we receive about 3,000 a month.
So to me personally, this is
10
something,
months would be paid back.
so to me personally, this is something we go ahead and approve with the caveat of trying to get a grant for it, at least part of it. So we can at least see that ball moving. And if we don't, we'll revisit it.
I really would, when Melinda was here at a couple meetings, she thought we needed to do some community fundraising. And I don't think that would be a bad idea. I mean, why can't we put a flyer in a newsletter? You
We
know,
can still do that.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Yeah, I
people,
think all that's fine, but I think that we do need to have a goal of
Right.
being safe. That way we can say, hey, we
right,
can put this with it and say, put a big color photo.
Pictures.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Color pictures the kids will see.
Yes, we want to see a nice big color picture of something. We can't just, we don't want to just hand out a bunch of options and
no,
then.
I'm not saying
Like
that.
Devin's saying, we pick one of these options and we don't have to necessarily say right now. Yes, we can put a caveat in there like Devin said and say, okay,
Try to obtain a grant.
yes, we're gonna look for a grant, we're gonna do some community fundraisers, but this is the playground that we are shooting for. haven't spent the money yet, but this is what we want to do. But we should probably have an idea of what the city wants to pay for it. No grants, no fundraiser, no nothing.
And that's what hometown did. I mean, here's the playground that we're shooting for, and this is where it's going, and
If you raise funds for it, then we plan on buying. I'm not gonna donate
Yeah.
$50,000.
Right, yeah, yes, yes.
I realize that.
Yeah.
But we need to offer some community buy-in. Maybe if there's some community buy-in, these families will take a little more pride in it and not destroy it.
And I think we're going to have to go with something a little bit bigger and see what money you get, because you're not necessarily saying that this is set in stone yet, but we're trying to get the money as far as money goes.
I understand.
It's, an option 2, it's 27 feet by 37 feet. Option 2 is, so, option 3, I think, is
She said it's about the same space.
yeah, he said these are pretty much all the same footprint. See, the option 3 came right out of it.
Is there a discount on it?
$12,000, number 3,
How long is that good for?
December 31st. Oh, ground space, 22 by 18,
so much better about
or 30
3
grand.
than 2.
So that's the price that is written here on the sheet, with that $12,000 discount.
Yeah. It's not 12,000 off of 30.
Right.
So which 2 were you asking about, Ted?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. No, I don't know.
Like on the very last page, you can kind of see the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, from
I
a top-down
see
view,
that.
where it's a little easier to see what's different on there.
You got an extra double slide. It's slightly bigger, the base, this is
The top rock climber. Yeah.
I would like to see us get option 3, if we can get the proper rates. I would also mention to possibly, again, we're in motion of this, to possibly get something that is actually flying on, that's designated for that. Those aren't that expensive of an option in this book. That might also, yeah, something like this, so we can actually, they actually see the flying on, maybe not inappropriate flying
On top of this.
on what this is.
You mean beside the 2?
Yes, they're not that big, we're talking about just like
How much are they costing?
a couple grand.
How about we table, put that down the road at some point in time?
Well, I'm just saying, motion of all this if we can get here. It's okay to come up with a plan and see what we can get.
I think that the goal.
Well, it looks like option 2 has 3 slides. Option 3 only has 2 slides.
No, it's just like.
It's got 2 long ones, and then there's a side by
Am I looking at
side.
the wrong one?
Are you looking at the back, are you looking at the back?
But some of it's on the
Are you going to
back.
the whole back page?
Go clear to the back page, Ted.
Okay.
And that gives you the area.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Then they've got these 2.
Those 2 side by side. You're right here. But they're not on post, so like this is option 1.
You got one on paper, right? So this,
So there's different ones on the option 3.
No, that's just different angles of it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a front view and a
I
back
see.
view.
you got about 3 of these.
Yeah.
3 different slides.
I think what we ought to shoot for is to get 30 say that that's the goal, and the city decides, says that we will pay for the, yeah.
Is that a motion?
No, that was not my motion, that was just something for discussion.
I don't know what kind of grant, how much they get, it seems reasonable to be able to obtain from
A lot
other
of times the grants be dollar for dollar, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure.
That would be a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's what it is, but
I say we shoot for, we are optimistic, I think that we should go for option 2, because option 1's pretty simple, doesn't have, it's got 2 identical slides on it. Option 2 has more variety, more things about it, and that will leave, I think that Devin's got a great idea of having a separate set of monkey bars, and that way we will still have some money kind of in our back pocket
It's not gonna
from the,
it's how much space you obtain with that one. Just amount of kids that might be on that house. Kids that are over 5,000 behind that.
we got to talk about option, yes, realistic for 2, you don't have 25.
No, it's one he just built.
That's
Blake
from the company.
Blake just built that one,
That's my.
just to give different
Yeah, we get a
options.
third. Yeah, we're not that far off.
And so number 3 was out of the sale catalog.
That's what I'm saying, that makes one of those things free.
More variety. Okay, who has the motion? You have the motion,
I
Tyler?
know what I want, but you know what you want, so.
I hear the parks man, you make your motion.
I motion for option 3, and we try and obtain a third of it through grants and donations.
3?
Option 3, yes. If we're going for it, that's what I'm saying, is make a motion that we approve it in the thought of that we're gonna get a third of the money from other sources. That doesn't make it such a bad option out of our budget then at that point.
But we're not committed to this.
not completely.
No, not completely, unless we get a third of the money through other sources.
Is that even, because that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but it's community improvement as well.
You might have a hard time finding grants though at this time of the year. Does it look like most of them's due in February? So to get this price with grants,
Well, then we come back to it next month.
I mean, we can come back to it,
Very
but
different.
and see if, and if we don't get it, then they always have another sale catalog.
Very true. This just gets us,
They get one out every 6 months,
this just gets us going in a direction though,
right?
to possibly do it.
Is that, are you still talking about your extra stuff, Devin?
Extra
No.
stuff, no, that had nothing to do with the extra stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So if we go with option 3, we're not adding on additional to
I don't know, I'm just trying to save the playground for people crawling on it. That was my whole
Well,
thought.
I think that is a better idea. I think that option 2
That's fine.
with, and then we
Get one of these.
look, yes, I say we make option 2 our goal, and we see how much money we can raise. That way, because it's a $6,000 difference, just right off the top, between 2 and 3. And there's, those extra monkey bars and stuff are a couple, what?
Couple thousand.
Yeah. 2 to 2,700 to 3,300. So that means we've got money for those in our back pocket.
If we get the other.
If we go for 2 instead of 3.
Like I said, again, this is a community improvement that'll last 25 years, so it's not.
It's supposed to last 25 years.
Yes, yes. Yes, it is.
So, it gets destroyed, okay? How many the city council members are gonna come up that vote on this, is gonna come up and help fix it?
Well, I'm always willing to help fix things around town.
I'm just saying, I mean, What would you know, like,
Just rather have nothing over there, or, I mean, I'm just interested, like,
You give a dog a chew toy, so they break that, instead of the stuff you don't.
I mean, I'm just trying to get something for, you know, I mean, it is worn out.
Okay, let's bring this back on track. What's the motion?
It's actually
Make it.
two ones.
Yeah, we got two motions. What is the?
Well, we need, well, I mean, here's the thing, we need to, I don't know if we're ready for a motion. We might need, I mean, yes, I think that if Devin has an idea of a direction to go, what's gonna, because yes, it would be great if everybody, if there's a ton of grants out there and it's cheap for everybody and we can get the community behind it, if everybody wants to donate for it, we can go with the biggest and the best.
Right.
But if that's not the case, and we have to go for a budget-friendly option, because yes, we absolutely do need to have a park for kids to play in. I mean, like that's, yes, that's something that matters. So if we have to do something, but we can't decide because, yeah, there's a lot of difference between 33,000 and 24.
Right.
28.6. 24.
Well, I just meant for the.
5,000,
for
5,000
option
something.
number one. I mean, yeah,
Oh, yeah, from option number one, but
yeah.
I don't know anybody who can consider that.
Well, I mean, and so, yes, what's the, so I think the option, the motion should be, how much money are we willing to take out of the loss fund for this project? Are we willing to pay for it all?
Well, if we're going to pay for option one completely by yourself, then that seems like a reasonable amount. Which is
So that's
$26.
$2,400 between one and two.
Okay, so I don't think that we might not need a motion, as far as I know.
So we have
Because
a,
we need to explore grants,
okay,
correct?
yes, and donations.
Yes, and
But
donations.
if you're gonna ask for donations, you kinda need to have one out there, and here's our dollar amount that we're hoping to raise through grants.
So do
I say the donation goal is $10,000, and the city, if we reach $10,000 of donations, grants, whatever, the city will cover the rest.
For option two.
For anything.
Oh.
I think if we get
You get $10,000.
Yes, if we get 10,000 from the community, I think that the biggest and the best is the way to go. Yeah, if we get a third of it covered, I think the city can pay the other.
Right now, in 10 months, 10 months down the road, the money will come back into the loss fund.
If we pay for it all ourselves.
And we paid it all for ourselves. I mean, within I don't remember, it was, I just looked up what you get in, almost 3,000 a month, so it is going towards our loss fund. So it would, you know, it's not like it's gonna take 10 years to get that money back.
When are we gonna get that fire truck money back in the lost one?
Their CD comes due this time.
Okay.
So we'll get
Some of that?
some of that, there's 46 in there. If we decide to take 30 out and then on to the second one else.
So there'll be some money
So
coming back
there's
from the
some-
fire department.
Right.
Going into that fund. All right, let's put it out in the newsletter this month with a picture number 3, and then we'll scale it down if we have. Is that a deal?
Yeah, yes, if we don't, you know, we say that we say that our goal for grants and, grants and donations is $10,000, and the city will take care of the rest of the.
I'm not gonna tell them that.
Okay.
We're raising money. I'm not gonna say we have a goal, I'm just gonna say we're raising money. Okay, got that done? Any more on that?
So are we gonna put an end date on this fundraising or?
Yeah, I think we put that on. So that gives them 2 months, that gives them 2 months to go out. 2 months in the new one. All right. Any more discussion? New business. Cam brought to our attention at the July meeting regarding the shooting off of fireworks during specified time. He proposed a fireworks ordinance discussion.
I think it's unnecessary.
So how long do we have it for now?
Just follow the state.
We do this
Whatever the
state.
state law says.
You know, like fireworks is in our ordinances, selling,
Or they have to have a permit for something now.
but there's certain guidelines, they have to have so much insurance.
Yeah, I find it unnecessary. The state's already got law that's down on a lot of these units.
Thoughts?
Fireworks, that's it, all night, all night, so.
Yep.
Ed, thoughts?
I didn't say
Follow state?
state law, state law.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
That's the end of that. Number 2, discussion of DNR tree removal.
Okay, so I stopped by Earl May today, which is probably the best place to get this from for this grant. They gave me a list of trees, sizes, prices. We basically need to, I don't know how many we're wanting.
None. I think if we put in playground equipment, we do not buy trees.
Again, this is for future generations.
That's all right. Trees can come next year.
Okay, I'm still gonna finish my talk. So this is dollar for dollar amount. It can literally be 5 trees, it could be 10, because it's anywhere from, give me a second here. I had it. I think it was $500 to $5,000, dollar for dollar. They give you a list on acceptable trees, and some of them are on this list, of course. That totally varies if you want. I personally, doing something like this, think that something like an oak would be good, so we're investing in the future of the town with trees. We think we've lost a lot in the last 10 years between a number of storms. There are literally maples, locust, aspen, there's all sorts of trees. But for me, I'd be going along some of these oak routes to get some good trees back in this town.
How much is that?
Where are you thinking of putting them?
That's my.
Up at that park, the old school park.
Can't plant any of them where the old foundation
No,
was.
can't plant any there. There's quite a bit of open space out there, though. We need to make sure they stay open for the fireworks down the hill. There should still be some space out there. I know that you don't want them along.
I've already got people wanting to put trees out there.
Yes,
I
but
don't want no more bought out there until I get people who's got trees
okay, how
down.
many got planted this year out there?
I know I got at least 4 more coming.
From who?
Well, I got Thatchers, a couple other people.
So you're gonna put them along
The drive.
right? So you guys don't want any amongst the stone, which is understandable.
No.
Which is understandable. What about along the east end, where we had some blown down in the ratio?
Well, then you're gonna have,
Which there's no stones there right now, which I realize in the future. In the future, I understand that, but I'm just looking for anything in here.
you got problems with deer out there too, you gotta remember too.
Well, for sure. There's always those problems, but there's gonna be problems with the donated trees too, then, so. I would like to see, so again, these oak prices, maple prices, there's all sorts of them, they vary from $275 a tree to, well, really about $400, $500, that seems outrageous.
Rare tree worth that.
I'm not arguing that. want them, they like the grow bags for some reason, most. So there are some criteria here. But really, it's setting up if how much we want to pay for, and the state match. So I think it would be good to get that stuff up, because I think it's good for the town. So not much has been done in years, and it is hard.
Well, if that's a starter one, now that 8 trees, no, 9 trees put in out there, so.
Yeah, no, that's good. There's been trees made out there, not the cemetery. I think it'd be good to get some up there. Again, I think it's just community investment, which is important. I don't know what the thoughts are on that, but like I said, we passed this up in the spring. I think it's good to take advantage of a program that's available.
I think if we're gonna spend that much for
We
playground,
don't even know if we're spending that yet though.
let's hold off on trees.
So then this will be till next spring. So no community investment interest at all then. That's what you, okay. I'm probably gonna be here most of my life, and I'd like to see there's actually interest in improving the community, because far too long, nothing has been done around this town for that much. So, I know that a number of people will not be here in 30 years.
You may not either.
I may not be here, that's very true, but that's okay, because for future kids, future whatever, my grandkids, they can come back and they can enjoy some of those things. I believe that nature is very important within the town as well. You look at these old photos of this town, and there were beautiful big trees, and there's not.
We're invested in the town.
What's that?
Don't you think we're invested in the town?
I'm not saying you're not invested in this town, I'm just saying I think it is good to have community improvement as we go. That's all I'm saying.
Take a long time to grow.
Exactly, that's why I wanted to get on this. I know that I probably won't even get to see these trees used, but maybe my kids will. So, that's my pitch on those things.
I bet you'll see that. The ones they planted up around the park up there were pretty little when
Well,
we had a ball tournament up there. That people were saying,
That
a little shade, a little shade would be nice around here. Yeah, late 70s it was.
that's,
And now it's got quite a bit of shade where they was asking for it, but it hasn't grown then, so.
yeah.
I'm not
To me-
against the trees. I think it's good. It's just where are we gonna plant them that they're not gonna be pain in the.
Well, you're always gonna go around trees, so.
I didn't mean mowing. You can't plant too many of them out in the cemetery.
No, I understand.
And up there, it'd sure be nice if you could plant some where the old foundation's at, but we planted one there and there's still a stone for Jerry Whitmore and Alan Hupfeld, and it lasted about 4 years and deader than a doornail.
I think there's room up there around playground stuff, and then down along the north side specifically, even maybe over where they
Up
actually.
there around where the basketball court is, their foundation.
Where?
Up along Fountain Playground.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
not
not
really
there,
smart.
yeah. Towards like the merry-go-round and all that area, the shed area, and then, like I said, along the north area there. So to me, this is the thing that maybe we put like $2,500 just over the side, the state will match that. That'll get you, that kind of things, 10 to 12 trees.
What are you gonna do with 10 to 12 trees?
It's not that hard to plant.
But you can't plant them close.
There's plenty of, do you know how much room there is up there though? It's super empty up there now. So I'm always willing to help with these things. I'm not one that's just wanting to spend money and not do anything. I enjoy these things.
I think 10 to 12 is a lot that we would like to do it, we said that we wanted to do it in the spring, and everybody agreed, we just said we can't figure it out right now. And now we're here back again, and we don't,
I don't want to keep pushing down the road.
yeah.
Like I said, these take a long time.
But I think that we could do it in stages if we have a plan, because, yeah, no, I think there's a lot of money to spend on trees, just in general, but I think.
Well, you can send any numbers, that's, I'm just trying to throw something out.
What about the playground?
It's all a lot of money, yeah, it's all a lot of money, but we, again, people pay taxes for a reason.
This
And it's so that they have to do things.
is part of it.
I like trees.
Get kids trees to climb over it, they won't break the playground.
Yeah.
Break the tree down where you're now, you're climbing.
Where are we at on this?
Make a motion to buy 2 trees.
Okay, is there a second? 2 trees. Roll call vote.
But one second, that's out of our own budget, because 2 trees is what we're gonna pay for, and they're gonna pay for that 2 trees.
Now, what did you say, David?
If we're motioning to pay for 2 trees right now, which is fine, that's where we're gonna start. I'm not gonna keep arguing. We pay for 2 trees, and they're gonna pay for the same amount of dollars for 4 trees,
Yeah,
which is at least a start.
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion by Tyler to
Purchase 2 trees.
participate in the Iowa DNR tree program with the town buying 2 trees, and then DNR will match with 2 trees. So we'll have a total of 4 trees, but the town's paying for 2. Roughly, what's that gonna cost?
I say that we,
So that-
our portion would be,
No more than $500.
No, so again,
Lease price for trees,
250.
$275.
Oh.
so I'd say you said at least 700 this
Yeah.
side.
For 2 trees?
Yes.
for 4 trees.
No, well,
Well-
2 trees.
Oh,
That's why we're
For
doing it
4
now.
trees.
Yes.
We'll put 4 trees on the grant. We pay for half, they pay for half.
So $700 for 4.
Yes, $700 worth of trees.
No, not $700 for the tree, $700 worth out of our own
Right,
budget.
Right.
So they would match another 700.
No, that's too much.
Yes, it's
We
$1,400
are not
worth of
paying
trees, so
$1,400. We're paying $700, but we have to put on the grant though that we want 4 trees, and those 4 trees will cost X amount of dollars. They'll pay half, we'll pay half. If I remember right, we pay for them all and then they reimburse us.
So we're only spending $900 on a tractor ride, but not $700 on trees. I'm just saying, like, this is an actual investment in tractor ride. I had fun, don't get me wrong, I mean, I had fun. I'm just saying, like, it's a little ridiculous to go about $700. So I second the motion to get 2 trees and assist the,
750. 700. 1,400. Well,
It'll
we're
be
gonna-
1,400
it'll be
when we go back, so-
We're gonna get it all.
Well, but we'll get half of it back.
Right. Is that right? 700 for us.
Well, it depends on what. It may not even be that much. If you buy $275 trees,
Yeah, that's,
times 4 is only $1,100.
yeah.
What trees are you going to get?
I think oaks would be good because that is a long-term deal.
And that's
And they're hard to grow.
terrible. Under that amount will fit in.
If you choose the right one.
Okay, so,
There's all sorts of options, that was my point, that's what I was trying to talk about.
so there's a motion that the city will buy 2 trees for a maximum of $700. Is that right?
Now, it needs to read,
In a
it
way.
needs,
Buy 4 trees,
Right,
and we're gonna pay.
Whatever.
We
It
could
need-
pay
it-
as much
the
as-
motion needs to
The motion
read.
is that we would utilize tree program for $700.
we'll apply for
Whatever,
the grant.
yes,
We
for 4
will
trees.
apply for
4
the
trees.
Iowa DNR tree grant
For
to
4
purchase
trees.
4 trees.
Yeah.
With no amount?
It's gonna be around $700. But we have to approve the check for 1,400, right?
When it comes through.
And then we'll get the
Yes,
others.
yes.
So there's no maximum amount on this motion?
They said $1,400.
But supposedly we
With half
Not-
of, with half of the cost coming back.
Okay, is there a second to
Yep.
this motion? Roll call vote. Tyler?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Ashley? Bill? Motion's been approved. Sound absorption awards. Man, all we're doing is spending money on
The guy didn't get back with me yet on that, so.
I did look, I think about a 2 by 4 foot section of just standard gray, what you'll see in most churches and stuff. 2-pack, just from my Home Depot, runs like $230. I did do some more research on that, and it sounds like, again, I don't know who you contacted or what they would say, but from my sound, from what I read, the big thing to start with is the ceiling, that sort of thing. It was, I think, around about that thick or so, but that's a lot where the noise is bouncing back and forth. So that's kind of where my research took me, was that's where to start. And you would put them, I think they put them about every 5 to 6 foot. And it's not as ugly as you think it was. We have that work in a room, and it's really quite noticeable once you're used to it. It's just gray sections on the ceiling, so, but it helps a great deal, so. That's all I really found on that. But it'd be good to actually get a quote from somebody who could install them.
that table then until the next meeting. Siren project, they have 3 bids for the siren. They're reviewing them, I think maybe last Tuesday. They're based on a scoring system, and they should be letting that bid pretty quick.
We don't have that.
Hmm?
We don't have that yet.
No.
So what, was our sirens shot or what?
This is
Don't
that
work
new
till they
county,
update?
that new countywide system where hopefully they will pay for the siren and do this grant. But we may end up having to pay
Electrical.
a little work to hook it up.
Our fire work just made with it over.
Yeah. I was gonna do that.
The box shot,
But
tiger box.
we can have a new whistle on a new siren.
Yeah, that's
Well, it has to be a different sound,
Sound.
and so you can't even pitch.
As I grew up
But
as
how
a
loud
kid,
it
we had
is.
a new whistle, and definitely, it's no different, you want trees around.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not something I'm used to.
All right, committee reports. Ben's not here. Streets and alleys, Ben's not here. Parks, and I think we've gone down.
No, I got some stuff. So I had this thought, a couple weeks back, that I'm really sick and tired of seeing the old railroad tracks not being utilized, and, when I talked to somebody from, that company that's supposed to be doing that, it's going to be absolutely years before they get anywhere close to us, because they still want to cement all of it. So my thought process was possibly sending them a very strongly worded letter that doesn't quite demand, because we can't really do that, that they complete it between here and Albion, pea gravel / line, whatever they put down on the common trail. I did talk to a couple members of the Albion City Council on this, so maybe we could work jointly with this. Just trying to get some encouragement there, because I know there's some interest in riding that trail back and forth. And they said they'd be very interested in possibly working together on that letter, and with the possibility of future talks with that company. So that was one thought on that. So I just thought we should maybe attempt that, because it would be nice if I could use that.
Isn't that a city of Marshalltown deal?
Yes,
Yes,
They own it.
they do now.
So it's their baby, not ours.
right.
Yes, but I'm not saying like dump a bunch of money into it. I'm just saying trying to encourage them to get it done, because there really isn't much to do between here and Albion. Just a little bit of trail maintenance, I guess. It's not like, the problem is between Marshalltown and Albion is there's 4 bridges, I think I got told, that have to be done, and they're not gonna get to them anytime soon. One of them I was told is $1 million project. So it was more just trying to maybe possibly encourage them to do it. I don't know if it's gonna get anywhere. It's just I'm tired of not trying to do something about it. Cause I think it would be used. So, and like I said, if we don't ever say anything about it, they're never gonna do it for sure.
They didn't know it existed up here.
What's that?
Marshtown didn't even know it existed up here.
Well, that's fine, but they plan on getting it up here, they say. But I know, I'm in the same boat, that's why I would like to encourage them, because otherwise it won't be here for 30 years.
Well, they're not gonna cost $1 million to fix the river bridge and them other.
That's my point, that's my exactly
That's
point.
why I'm saying you should make a little bit of noise here to get something.
They're not gonna come up, I don't care how much noise you're gonna.
That's fine,
They're not-
but I don't want to just sit there and do nothing about it. If it might not be my idea, that's fine, Danny,
But
but
just wants to write a letter.
yeah, like, that's all I'm saying, I guess joint cities try, so. What's up, Ed?
It's a mile and a half from the storage bins to the first bridge. For most people that are just walking, like, that might be worth us throwing a few bucks down for lime or gravel or whatever. Because even when I mow it, it's a beautiful trail. Personally, between here and Albion, it wouldn't make, I'd still probably ride on the road because asphalt's smoother and it's not any different of a ride either way. But I ride along this.
But I'm not gonna take like my kids on.
Right. But between here and just the first bridge
Yeah,
is a beautiful morning walk. And that might be worth,
yeah, and I had the exact same thought, I wasn't sure how far down it was.
it's 1.5 miles to the first bridge.
I had thought the same too, but I don't know how much something like that would cost.
Really, there should, it's pretty smooth going out there now.
It is, that's why I know it, because I want to use it.
And there's quite a few people walking.
And I encourage everybody to, it's a beautiful trail.
I have one other question, Carmen. What's your plan out there on the sidewalk on the cemetery? You bringing in dirt still, you're bringing in something to.
I got a lot of places singing in yet, so.
I was just wondering, like, your plan is to bring it in and grade it down and
Yeah.
all that.
Seated by Paul.
I was just curious, I was out there the other day, so, oh, one more thing. I know I'm talking a lot tonight. I don't know if anybody knows what a geocache is. People search for them. I did place one at the cemetery out by the shed. That's completely normal. They're at tons of cemeteries. That's where I found most of ours. So I just want you to know that if somebody's out there, they might be searching for it.
So what?
It's called a geocache. You pull it up on your phone and you hunt for it.
It's like a little treasure hunt.
Yeah, it's like a treasure hunt.
It's a little plastic metal box, and they can put like notes in it or trinkets or something in there.
Yeah, it's just like a treasure hunt I do for my kids, and it's all over the world. It's globally. So I just wanted it to be aware that it is out there, so somebody's not just trying to break into the shed or something. So
It's a reason to bring people here.
yeah, so I just wanted to confirm that.
They got happy last week, went through the fence.
That's probably what they were looking for, they come through the fence.
Are you finished?
I'm done.
Okay. Utilities, is everybody paid? How
They're
many?
okay.
Okay. Sanitation, Rhonda, could you give your report?
Looks like we have a little more water going into the flow in June, but other than that, it looks like pretty normal. We use 1,000 gallons a day more. It's usually 11,000 gallons per day, and it's 12,000. I don't know why that is, but is that just a new number?
That don't even come nowhere near my number.
Well, that's what's on the paper.
Where do you get your numbers?
Mine are like 5,000-6,000 a day.
How do you get that? I'm just curious.
Off the
Is
meter.
that water?
There's a meter out there that goes into.
This is the water used, is
Oh, water usage.
water usage
Total,
from rural water,
Yeah,
12,000 a
I,
day.
yeah.
Okay. And usually she has 11,000 on the sheet.
Well, we have swimming pool.
Yeah.
And it's been dry.
And then 25,000 gallons per day going in for wastewater.
No, we don't keep 5,000.
Well, that's what it says here. It says was 765,000 gallons, averaging 25,000 gallons per day.
No.
Well, anyway, that's what it says on the
Where
paper
she comes up with her numbers.
from the gal we paid yearly for.
so you can give a report.
If we done that much, we went in there, all 4 cells would be full. I got 2 cells in dinging off the bottom pipe.
Well,
Does the discrepancy between these two numbers mean anything
no,
practically?
No.
Okay.
I don't need nothing. I was just giving my.
Public safety, Tyler.
Nothing to report.
All right, mayor report, Olivia Gunderson, she done with hydrants?
I'm not sure, she's gonna come stay with us Wednesday, and I will, we're gonna do something with her.
She got half of them done?
We got 11 of them done,
Oh, she
there's
done?
18 more.
No, she got about half of it done.
Oh,
We got
okay.
11 done, there's 18 more to go.
All right, well, yeah.
Yeah, one day we painted.
Ellie Sheets is, working on a community service project, and she's gonna weed the flower beds out here and paint the cemetery arches.
Okay.
You got her paint?
No,
I got it. I'll
You
give
got
it
the
to you.
paint. Good.
I'll give it to you.
All right,
Or whatever.
back to unanswered residents' concerns. Natalie, we got you, didn't we?
I'm sorry?
We got your resident concern, didn't we? The gravel is here, right?
Yeah, it just hasn't been spread out.
Hasn't been spread, correct?
Well, when you ain't got the gym.
Huh?
Well, when you ain't got the gym.
All right, then to the church issue.
So we had, is that where they did the patch job?
I was going through and run my sewer line, and I had water coming. So I went from this manhole out here to the manhole up on State Street. The manhole on State Street coming across had no water coming into it. The water had coming down, with quite a bit of water coming into it.
From,
So we run the thing up there. Well, here's water coming through this line up there, which all the lines should have been on the right side of the alley.
yeah, it should be.
But the church snuck one in on us.
I don't know if they snuck it in on anybody, but,
Well, it wasn't put in the map.
So we didn't put it on the map.
yeah.
So we had no idea that this was going to the church. All I know was I had full of water.
So it got plugged up,
So we plugged up and capped it off.
and they still need it.
Yeah.
So we're at a little bit of the fault, and he's not asking for the whole bill, he's only asking for $1,000.
Well, we paid $1,700 already.
So back when
Can
we
we copy?
No, haven't cut out.
Well,
but this would be that bill.
No. Then does that give us 20?
Well, no, but this would be half of that bill.
What about the other one?
Well, that was our city one. I mean, the sewer's been working until we plugged it. You know, we gotta think about that. Everything worked
Well, how
until
long
we
was
plugged
that?
it.
It's been plugged for how many years?
It wasn't. It was about 6 months.
When they relined the sewer.
I relined the sewer line. I capped everything off this side of Main Street.
Okay, I know, but who relined our?
Yeah.
When-
I had them come back and we did this, and we had a manhole up north end of town we had to fix
And that's done this year, or
last fall.
last fall?
Yeah.
So when that was originally installed, who was responsible for putting it on the map?
Well, why would that matter?
It,
It did matter,
Because it
because
does-
then we know it was a usable hole,
When,
well, because
Well,
I'm
but it
asking,
didn't work.
because I'm
but
asking.
we didn't know that.
but we didn't know it was there.
It shows that the sewer for the church was supposed to go out State or 10th Street.
Well, but that's not the church's fault.
So I'm asking though, was it supposed to be, was there a city person who was supposed to put it on the map originally? Or did the church just do it and never ask permission from? Who was responsible for that?
They're all dead.
We're not going there, because.
No,
We're not going there.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Working.
It does matter. I'm asking, but did the city have somebody dedicated that was supposed to be doing that? Like you, do you do it now if someone builds a new building?
No.
What?
Put it on the map. Who puts it on the map?
It's got to be on the map.
Okay, but who
But
puts
you
it on
wouldn't
the
put it
map?
on the map.
You tell them
I knew if we built a new,
Okay, and back in then,
I'm asking,
was
the
it,
engineer didn't put it on the map.
yeah,
which,
Or the one doing inspections didn't put it on the map.
so who was the
that's
inspector?
bad.
Well, they're
Well,
all.
they're
dead.
gone.
No, but did the city?
Not asking for.
Somebody hired by the city, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
Hired by the city.
So the city, it should have been the city's responsibility to put it on the map. The city didn't put it on the map, therefore they didn't know about it, therefore they put up.
didn't know where it was coming from.
Right, so it's
That's
not
not
the church's fault.
originally.
Right? It's the city's fault originally that it was missed, so it's the city's fault.
Okay, but again, I got another one the same way. For, tile line that went into the sewer line. Now, that's supposed to be a no-go, but it got done too. So do we cap it
And is
off?
that capped off now?
No,
Is it our old,
no,
is it our old city tile line?
no. When they,
Somebody-
when they built the parsonage, they tile line around the parsonage. And they run the tile line into the manhole.
So where is it supposed to go? I'm just curious.
It's supposed to be down the tile line.
Tile
We do
line.
have a timeline
Yeah.
right there.
Well, not right there.
Not, it's close, real close to it. Somewhere in there, there's a tile line from the church, clear down to your place.
Okay, but at the moment, we're talking about a specific bill, right? Which is the city's fault originally.
Well, no, it ain't the city's fault originally.
Because the inspector missed it, right?
Right.
The city didn't do anything about it.
But the city hired the inspector, right?
Well, did the inspectors do it, or did the,
Just like,
Mayor.
just like all the square holes that we got going into our sewer system, whatever.
Make a motion that the city pays $1,000 for the building.
We can't really vote on it
We can't.
because it's not on
It's
the
not on the
agenda.
agenda.
I can put it on for
Put it
next
on
month.
next month.
Put it on for next month.
All right, any other unanswered,
Thank you.
any other unanswered resident concerns?
I have one more question. What did we figure out about the light pole behind the building? Because it's completely black now. But I thought at some point something went bad with it, or is it a light pole? And is that ours or is that Alliance?
what pole?
There's a light pole right behind the building.
It's got the wire. Got the-
Well, at one point we talked about just bringing a combination pole out there. I know it got brought up. So I'm just, I guess my point is right now it's out, so it needs fixed. I guess that's
What
my
do you mean it's up?
It's dark.
It's
on.
Oh, the street light?
Yes. Well, right behind the building though. And I've been going on my bike rides for like a month and it's now full time that I've used, so.
Why did you say it?
Said the light pole was black.
My point is, I think that the light should be on. I just didn't know whose responsibility it was, if it was ours or Alliance.
Well,
I assume it's ours.
Alliance got their wire on that pole. I don't know who put the yard light on.
So can we ask Alliance to come to place it then?
You can see if it's there.
At least start there, at least.
But, you know, they just will pull that pole out, they got one over on the big pole.
No, it's really dark back there, that.
I know, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. If they take that pole out, that eliminated a pole back there.
Okay,
That pole's leaning in,
okay.
and put the yard light on the big pole back there. That way it can be over the generator.
For the siren?
Siren pole, antenna pole.
I guess we'll start here, I'm okay with that idea too, though. That would be good. Because you're right, it is leaning quite a bit. I don't know if it's rotten or just starting to lean, but,
Well,
yeah, we'll start there and see whose responsibility it is, or whatever it is. So. Okay.
Everybody done?
but if the third light did change out to an LED light.
Possibly, possibly.
It's all good enough now.
Is there a motion?
My house is dark too.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah, is there a motion to
Motion to
adjourn?
adjourn.
Is there a second?
Well, you want anything from the fire department?
Oh, well, sure, quick.
Alright. I don't know exactly, it just got right at our meeting.
Come up here, so.
The NFPA or the DOT is coming down with 7-year rotation on tires. Every 7 years.
That's a new rule that's coming out?
They're pushing for it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that grass maybe got 20-year-old tires.
And you need to get your truck DOT inspected, that will be coming out too, so whether you're ahead of it or behind it, it's coming.
23 years.
How much? $100.
Okay.
And I got a guy who will come and do it at the station.
So it don't matter if there's 5,000 miles on those tires, or there's 2 miles on those tires. At 7 years, they're supposed to be rotated now. It's not the same.
Is that a law that's in effect right now?
It's coming down to.
Yeah. Well, when it is councilman.
Well, this is just to get you guys ready, who knows how long it's gonna be, it could be next year. Oh, by the way, they go and look at the dates on those tires, and I guarantee every one of them trucks sitting in that shed is over 7 years old.
Oh, the new truck bumper should be.
Tanker.
Tanker should be.
How many miles are on those?
That's a long tire.
Like 40,000?
Oh,
Okay, well, thank you for the info.
Lance, I'm curious, how many miles are on some of those trucks?
not very many.
Maybe
10,000?
10,000 at the most
Any of them.
on any of them.
I said, like, count it, got 20,000.
Oh, and it would be probably in that, could be in that.
You don't belong with that.
No, but depending on how they come down the city, down the road.
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay, Ted made a motion to adjourn, is there a second? Who did you second? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
30,000.
Oh,
What?
I didn't bring election stuff.
What, you recording too?
No, but he's got every right.
I know.
Public building,
Okay, what about those?
Elections, I forgot to bring that stuff. You can start on the 23rd of August filling out paperwork. Esther, Ted, and Tyler's positions are open for council members. Mayor's is always every 2 years. I have paperwork. You need 10 signatures, is all.
That's all.
Has to be notarized.
That's the Ted Tyler, Ted Tyler.
Sure, I'll
That's the back. You gonna get on the
Yeah,
Sit back. Another sit.
18,000 divided by 8, but then. Hopefully.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Somebody asked me, what is you? Oh. I think we need
I don't have to be. He's just an idiot. He couldn't fucking get back at me for the dog thing. So he's trying to zing me any way he can.